Hi, welcome to 933 Portland Place.
Hi, how's it going? We're back in the studio.
Back in the studio here with Dennis Kinch. I hear a lot of patients say, my family doesn't understand me, and my doctor doesn't either. I think they don't believe me. What can I do about this?
That's a big issue. I think I've heard it from every patient I've ever talked to. And including myself, I've experienced it. The bottom line is fear on everybody's part. This is what creates this situation. On the side of families and friends or loved ones not believing you, it's more a case of they don't want to believe you because they fear what you're telling them. Nobody wants to see their loved one get sick. They just don't want to see that. Especially if you're a person in the family dynamic who is responsible for stuff or who always handles stuff like the lead person. And most of the pain patients I talk to, believe it or not, a good majority, are these kind of people. When they weren't in pain before they had their injury or disease, they were the leader kind of person. They were the person who did everything all the time, got everything done. They were the person who everybody went to tell their problems to. They seem to always have time for people, you know. I don't know why the majority of them end up in pain, but it seems to be true from what I saw. And that makes it tougher on the family. So when you come home from an appointment and you're scared from what the doctor just told you, say, we think you have fibromyalgia and dystonia, you don't know what that is. So you come home and you're kind of freaked out. You sit down and you tell your friends and your loved ones, oh, the doctor says I have fibromyalgia and dystonia. And they're like, oh, what does that mean? Well, we know you've been in pain for a while. We know that it seems to be crippling you. We know that it's affecting your job and it's affecting your family and it's affecting everything. You're scaring us, you know. But they don't say this because they don't want to admit that. No one wants to admit that. But the more you tell them, the more afraid they get. They're losing somebody. And what's always on their mind is death. That's what's always on their mind. So the more you bring home, the more you're scaring these people into thinking someday you ain't going to be here. And that brings up that whole mortality issue, you know. The other side of that coin, a patient has to remember that a doctor has reasons not to believe you.